Gone are the days of true role models like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Lee Kuan Yew, J.R.D. Tata, or Abraham Lincoln. Today, we live in highly commercialized and transactional times. So, with most elements in society, the quality and attributes of role models have also changed. Today, the points that I would be mentioning pertaining to role models, influencers, and finfluencers are my personal perspectives. Also, at the same time, I would like to state that I'm not generalizing points or I'm not trying to paint everyone in a negative light. What I believe that there are role models and influencers who are credible. However, the unfortunate reality is many of them are not credible. The point is, most of the individuals portray themselves to be one, whereas on the reality, they are a completely different person. They may talk about ethics. Unfortunately, actually, they may not be implementing ethics in what they do. So, when we have role models or influencers that we are looking up to and following, one point we need to understand and try to analyze, are these people motivated only by commercial reasons? And that's something which we need to understand. Because if someone is talking or telling you how you can become a millionaire, first you'll need to understand whether that person is actually a millionaire. So it's very easy to tell people how to become a millionaire when you actually are not. The reality today is most of these individuals, not all for that matter, but most of them do not walk the talk. What they are and what they portray to be are at two separate ends of the spectrum. So one point that we all need to ask ourselves in today's times, who is our role model and are we looking up to the right person? These days, especially with the advancement and revolution pertaining to internet, the number of influencers and finfluencers have actually increased. And you would have also seen or observed cases pertaining to these influencers where there have also been questions pertaining to their credibility. So you'll need to understand that there are a lot of these people who possibly try to sell a product or an online course purely for commercial reasons. Their agenda may not be the improvement of the people. However, they have realized that there is a huge young population which wants to grow and advance their careers, and the easiest way to make money is to sell hope. So in case you come across any such individual who is trying to sell hope, please be cautious. The reality, especially with the pandemic scenario which came up a few years back, a lot of these smart individuals have realized that the best way to make money is to combine the MLM technique, which is a multi-level marketing technique, with online courses. So you would have seen a lot of influencers first selling courses for a small amount of money and then taking the concept of upselling to a very different level. And a lot of people who have gone through these courses may not have got value. Again, let me tell you, not all courses are bad or questionable. However, there are many of these people who are trying to exploit human emotions to make their own gain. So you will need to be cognizant of that. So whenever you're following someone or looking up to someone, try to understand that person's background, try to understand that person's credibility. Also try to analyze whether this person is walking the talk. And that includes everyone, including me. So if I'm coming in these videos and guiding you on certain points, ask yourself, ask your logic and common sense whether I'm saying something right or wrong. In case you feel that what I'm saying is wrong, then you should not take my advice. I believe there is no one who is beyond reproach, including me. So the point is, none of us should fall into any specific trap. For example, I follow a lot of role models in terms of spiritual talks and various other inputs, and that's not specific to any religion. I like to hear spiritual talks, and at times I find many of those talks really valuable in terms of the kind of thoughts that it brings to my mind. There are also times when certain points are a bit controversial, and I prefer not to accept that. So when it comes to certain role models or certain people I look up to, Every point or every vital point which comes to me, I do not follow it blindly. What I try to do is to use my logic and common sense, take it through the filter of these two elements, and then decide for myself, am I following the right person, or am I following the right thought, or whatever is being communicated to me. Never follow anyone, any ideology, or any thought blindly. Understand that in these commercialized times, most people are there doing something for a commercial motive. And that's what you need to understand. Following someone blindly can put you into a deep dark hole. And I'm again reiterating, in case someone, including me, is presenting any point to you, please validate it and then only follow. Don't take anyone by face value, because anyone, including me, would have been portraying someone with a certain intent or agenda in mind. So I'm not trying to shoot at my own foot. However, I would like to be transparent, and in the focus of transparency, I would like to present all my thoughts. And finally, I would request all young people to ask yourself who your role model is. Are you following the right role model, the right influencer, or the right influencer who genuinely has the intent to see your growth and success? Or possibly that person is trying to utilize or exploit you for his or her own personal gain. Please think about it and do the needful, and be careful and cautious in whatever you do. Thank you very much for your time.